In honor of the 2021 NBA draft, with a lot of great players coming out like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, I wanted to make the best player to have ever been created, to have ever been born, to come out of 2021. And that player is going to be someone who was taken with the last pick, the 30th pick of the second round in last year's draft. His name is none other than Georgios Kalaitzakis, also known as Georgios Kalaitzakis. And what I did is I went through, of course, naturally gave him 99s across the board. I gave him the highest possible 99 overall age. I think like the youngest they can be is 18. The oldest they can be is 40 for their peak ages or whatever. Gave him 100% everything when it comes to tendencies. No idea how that's going to work out. Gave him as many Hall of Fame badges as I could. The others are, I don't know what these are. The badge system is kind of funky, but I gave him 81 badges, as you can tell. His soon-to-be co-star, Giannis, only has 57. And what are these buttons? Yeah, let's see if I can show some. I never remember where the damn peak is. This is birth year, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right here. So the peak start age, 19 years old. Peak end age, 41. 99. Everything's at the highest it can be. This dude is going to be a god. This dude is already a god. And luckily for the Milwaukee Bucks, he was taken with the last pick of the second round. So let's see how George's I'm going to call him George. Let's see how George's career goes with the 99 overall rating. So of course, I'm not going to be doing anything. Everything is automated. I just want George to be the #1 scoring option. Then everybody else can figure out whatever they want. Injuries are on. That's just going to give it a little more variation. So Brook Lopez, Dante DiVincenzo, and Chris Middleton are all out for now. Why is Chris Oh, he's got a... How do you view injuries? I never play with injuries on, so I don't know what this means. It says, okay, it says in the top right, personal reasons. All right, maybe he's anti-vax. Anyways, let's see how this first season plays out. And no stranger to being a god, George is the all-star captain for the Eastern Conference. Of course, he's going to be taking Giannis. Where's Giannis? Giannis is on the other team. He took Kevin Durant over Giannis. Wow. Do I sense tension in the air already? Does George want to get into a beef with Giannis? Who would you take in a fight 1v1? Would you take Giannis, the Greek freak, 6'11", 0% body fat, will maul you? Or would you take George? And at the end of year one, George is in fact the MVP, 28.5 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 2.4 blocks, 50, 40, 98 shooting. Now, just take a look at this, take a snapshot. I know they have Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday on the team, but this is the perfect, in theory, player ever created, the best player to lace up. These are the stats he should be putting up. So when, I don't know, Luka Doncic is scoring 48.5 points a game in a finals, no. George is also Rookie of the Year. Unfortunately, Cade Cunningham is not going to win that, neither is Scotty Barnes. I'm glad they actually fixed this screen so they can't have absolutely anybody be Rookie of the Year. Oh, our boy Sandro Mamukelashvili didn't get in. By the way, the Bucks, just ridiculous name. Antetokounmpo, Kalaitzakis, Mamukelashvili. I mean, come on, people. Andre Drummond, 6th Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year is George. Precious Achiuwa, most improved. I would say George should be, but, you know, this is his first season, so it is fine. Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year. We went 69-13. Not only did we win all the awards, but we had the perfect record. And Jacob Park, how did you win Executive of the Year if whoever the Bucks GM is, now it's me, drafted a guy with the last pick and the second round who turned out to be the best player who was ever born? Come on. Giannis and George are winning all NBA first team, defensive first team, and all rookie first team. Basically any award ever. Let's look at league leaders. So scoring wise, Luka put up 35. George put up 28.5. That's fine because we did lead the league in rebounds at 6'8" and assists. Steals not quite at third. Blocks tied for first with the injured Anthony Davis. Wait, Anthony Davis is injured? Oh. Turnovers, we're actually kind of high. Not a big fan of that. 10th. And how did he do in field goal percentage? Did not come anywhere near Zion Williamson. And he just didn't have a really high usage rate. It's fine. 3-point percentages, not great. 42%. That's probably way down here. Yeah, 14th. But of course, a 98% free throw percentage. You just can't touch that. Something that Giannis will never do. Maybe we'll play him more minutes this upcoming season. And again, everything else is automated. Let's just see how George does against the New York Knicks. Gonna be George, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bobby Portis. Drew Holiday is still out. Damn, that's brutal. What do you have? I can't see on this screen. Whatever. Let's see how it does. Let's see how they do. 2-1, 3-1, 4-2. Really? 4-2. Well, now to take on the Chicago Bulls. The upstart Bulls with Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams. Damn, that injury sucked. And Vooch. Off the bench is the GOAT Caruso, Kobe White, Javonte Green. Gonna be interesting. I don't expect the Bucks to lose any games, at least in this playoffs. Yeah, when 2K first came out, they were like always giving the Bucks a championship, even though, you know, they didn't really deserve it. Now they have the 76ers. No changes there. Let's see how we do. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. And there's no rush to hop into a game if we're just absolutely dominating, which we do. Taking on the upstart Golden State Warriors, back with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, James Wiseman, only up to a 78. Hating Nemanja Bjelica, Jordan Poole, only up to a 76. Otto Porter, Jonathan Kuminga, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Lee, Kevon Looney, Moses Moody, Andre Iguodala. What a team, but I think George has what it takes to sweep them. Up 2-0, 3-0. That's how it's done, baby. George is your NBA Finals MVP, 26 points, 15.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists. Love to see that. Carmelo Anthony retired. He got his jersey retired. Any league meetings that are interesting? The salary cap will not change for the upcoming season. No. Pay more money. Modify the goaltending rules such that once the ball hits the rim, any player can legally make a play on the ball. This is a really interesting rule in real life. I don't think it's going to affect the gameplay at all in 2K, but let's just go ahead and turn that on. And the rest are kind of dumb. Don't really care. Simulate, 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 simulate. And let's just check out the draft. I'm always going to skip to the end of the draft. Just let everybody handle whatever they want. Paolo Banchero goes number 1 to the Pistons. Number 2 to the Hornets goes Chet Holmgren. Going to form a lethal squad alongside LaMelo Ball. Dylan Duran going to the Thunder. Jaden Hardy going to the Rockets. And Ivy, where does Griffin? AJ Griffin goes to the Pacers. All right. Bucks probably don't have anything, but hey, they have the best pick in the entire NBA, and that's winning the championship pick. George went up 31 overalls last season. You'll love to see it. Now, this is where it's going to be interesting. I know Giannis is going to be great for at least 2-3 more years before he starts to regress. Chris Middleton is old, 30, starting to regress already. Drew Holiday, 32, starting to regress. The rest of the team looks like they didn't make a single trade or a single change, and Sandro Mamukelashvili is not doing anything. I just like saying his name. Let's see what this upcoming season looks like. Hopefully, the team starts to put some pieces around George so that it's not just a one-man show, but healthy, at least at the start of the season. Drew Holiday, great. George, great. Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bobby Portis. This team is still championship caliber. Brooke Lopez is regressing hard. Grayson Allen, 6-man off the bench. George Hill, love to see it. How are they doing power rankings-wise? Probably first, right? Yeah, first for NBA.com, first for Eric Boner. You love to see it. And at the end of year 2, George does in fact win MVP again, scoring a little more at 29 points, 15 rebounds, a little less, I believe, in assists at 8.9, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 50, 40, 90 shooting. Chet Holmgren wins Rookie of the Year. DeMarcus Cousins is 6th man of the year on the Bulls. Interesting. What is he up to? Because he's regressing, 32 years old. George is Defensive Player of the Year, stealing the I'm going to win it every single year trophy from Giannis. Most improved player is Nick Claxton at 9 and 8. Love to see that. And Coach Budenholzer is Coach of the Year of the 72-10 Milwaukee Bucks. And I gotta say, it's very difficult to be Coach of the Year when you have Giannis and when you have George on the same team. Side note, if you look in the top right, what the fuck is that logo? Like, did 2K even try when they saw, oh, look, the logo is just gonna be completely cut off in the top right corner? Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Totally good. Ignore how low poly and awful this trophy looks. It's fine. Anyway, Tyrone Hendricks is giving me a 1,000-yard stare. All NBA first team is, of course, George. And let's just check if Giannis is anywhere. Giannis is not. All defensive first team is George. And Giannis nowhere to be seen. All right, let's see how George did. How many games did they play? Because injuries are on, so that's going to be interesting. How do you look at games played this season? Games played. So I played 77 out of 82. All right, George. Not a bad stat line though. 29, 15, ridiculous. 9 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 2.7 turnovers. So those are going down a little bit. He literally can't get better right now. It's almost kind of boring to see how good this guy is. All right, let's see if we face any challenges. Going to simulate the play-in. Actually, let's look at league leaders. Anything interesting going on here? Luka Doncic, of course, leading the league in scoring. George at 5th. Rebounds led by George. Assists, George is 5th. Steals, George is 4th. Blocks, George is 2nd. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. Giannis. Did you not play a lot of games? What happened, my friend? My friend? You only played 54 games. Really? Because all these are NA. And that normally happens when you don't play a lot. But that's fine. George is there at 13th. Freakish. 3-point champion, though. Donovan Mitchell. George at 4th. Free throw champion is George. And that's all the stats that I need to see. Let's go ahead and see what goes on against the Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler is gone. And they have Kyle Anderson and Willie Cauley-Stein. Oh, they're just both hurt. Well, that sucks. I'd say I feel bad, but I don't, because I want to see George win back-to-back NBA Finals MVP, come out of the box as the best player ever born. Now to take on the upstart Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Lauri Markkanen, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, and Mitchell Robinson, and Kevin Love, and DeAndre Jordan. Can you have enough centers? Jesus. The only thing that can defeat George is 12 big men on this court at the same time. Anyway, completely 4-0 swept. Taking on the Boston Celtics, Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Bruce Brown. That's interesting. Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Edmund Sumner. Not a bad team. I don't know if we lost 2 games last season, and now we've lost 1 game. You know, very interesting, very nerve-wracking. And now the Grizzlies. John Morant's still here, right? Yeah, okay, he's just injured. Jesus. Okay, my God. I was like, how did the Grizzlies make it to the finals without John Morant? Anyway, 4-0 swept. George, of course, takes NBA Finals MVP, 30 points, 17.7 rebounds, 11.3 assists, averaged a triple-double in the finals. You love it. Staff retirements, Pops is retiring. Hall of Fame inductees, of course, Braun and Dwight getting their jerseys retired. So is Blake Griffin, weirdly enough. And are there any interesting rules here? No. 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 And no, cool. Really don't care. Moving on to the draft after 2K stops freezing. There we go. Not going to do anything. And wow, ridiculous 85 overall goes to the Bulls. We may fix him. 80 overall to the Trailblazers. Wow. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix the Bulls player after this screen stops freezing on me. No offense or anything. I love when players come out as the greatest player ever born, even better than our guy. But let's just nerf you to a little, you know, normal 79 overall. It's not a big deal, okay? And where is Drew Holiday? Whew, down to a 77. Brutal. Brought in Mo Wagner, Royce O'Neal, Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly makes me feel like he's been on the Bucks before, but I don't think he has. Portland, that was in 2K. Minnesota now. Clippers, Houston Rockets. Really? He just strikes me as someone. Brought in Bojan Bogdanovic, but the dude is 34 years old. Kind of uninspiring here. Mason Plumlee was their mid-level exception, and he dropped 4 overalls. This, I don't know. Did I just say the Bucks got eliminated? All right, I don't know what's happening anymore. Let's just go ahead and make sure that George is the #1 option still for NBA champion Mike Budenholzer. Power rankings wise, we're first, and first for Eric Boner as well. Nothing to see, nothing to do. George wins his 3rd MVP in a row, averaging even a little more points at 32, 16, and 10. 2 steals, 2 blocks, 50, 40, 90 shooting. Dennis Thompson, that rookie that we nerfed, is Rookie of the Year. Still an 80 overall, 12 and 10. I mean, respectable. I just don't want someone to be drafted better than 90% of the NBA players currently playing. Better than what we have Michael Jordan as, LeBron James as when they were a rookie coming into 2K. It's just ridiculous. Bones Highland is 6th man of the year. Love that. 19 points, although that is not what Bones Highland looks like at all. George is defensive player of the year. Chet Holmgren most improved. Mike Budenholzer is coach of the year of the perfect record, 69 and 13. Milwaukee Bucks #1 in everything. Tyrone Hendricks, stop staring at me, bro. All NBA first team is George and no Bucks. Second team is Giannis. Third team, no Bucks. And all defensive first team is, of course, George. Not a lot else to see here. Stats-wise, season stats, player stats, do-da. League leader, scoring champion was Luka again. George is there at 4. Rebounds was George. Assists was not George. Trae Young led the league. Steals is George. Blocks is Chet Holmgren. George at 6th. Turnovers per game, he's starting to get up there. I don't know why he's always so high. Like, I do. Usage rate, turnovers, they're directly correlatable. But, like, where's my guy Russell Westbrook? Why doesn't he have a whole ton of turnovers, you know? Screen's broken. Zion Williamson led the league in field goal percentages. George is down there at 13th. 3-point champion. Does George take it? No, he's 3rd to Franz Wagner and Klay Thompson. Free throws, he's still the king. If there's one thing George is good at, it's free throws. And how do we do in games played? Just got to watch this just in case he gets injured. Played all 82. Love to see that. Anyways, here we are taking on the Cade Cunninghams. They have Kevin Porter Jr. and Cade Cunningham. And do they still have Killian Hayes? Huh. So I think I would do a Killian Hayes at the 1. Kevin Porter Jr. at the 2. Cade Cunningham at the 3. Sadiq Bey at the 4, Paulo Blanchero at the 5? Or maybe Paulo Blanchero at the 4, Sadiq Bey coming off the bench with Isaiah Stewart, because then you have too many centers. TJ Warren. I mean, it's a fun team. Definitely would like to play with them if I was playing 2K right now. And George is losing. What's going on, George? What did I just press? I wanted to look at the box score. I don't want to do this. Can I leave? I don't want to be part of that weird screen. I just wanted to see what was going to happen. View box score. Cade Cunningham is dropping 25. George dropped 50, 20, and 16. What a stat line. All right, George, going up 2-2. You know what? We're going to simcast because I'm probably not going to hop in too many games. Let's just see how we do against the Detroit Pistons. 2-time NBA champions with the NBA Finals MVP George alongside Giannis, dominating this game. Up 113-89. Taking game 5, going to a game 6, and it's going to 7. You know, I did not expect to see that, but what can you expect when the team is old as dirt and George is a young blood? Wow, we are killing them throughout the first 3 quarters. Trying to make a push? Not really. 120-80. Yeah, game's over. That's what happens. Don't mess with the Bucks. Yeah, mess with the best. Now to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Once again, they lost Darius Garland. And Lauri Markkanen is off the bench. Okay, still have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. And they don't have Mitchell Robinson. They don't have, Kevin Love. But they have Jackson Hayes and Derek Favors. Love it. And you have enough big men. Anyway, this is probably going to be a complete domination because nobody's going to stop George. What kind of points is he putting up? Really? Only 20, 16, and 7. You know what? They just don't need him. That's how good George is. Here to take on the Boston Celtics yet again. Dennis Schroeder, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Obi Toppin. They love picking up old Knicks players. Robert Williams, Bruce Brown, Knicks and Nets, I guess. Good team. Once again, George is better, but we do lose game 1. Tied 1-1. Down 2-1. Down 3-1. Really? Is George just not taking over? What is this stat line? 16, 20, and 11? Bruh. Take more shots. You're their best player. You're George. Well, I mean, I'll hop in if applicable. I want to play as George, but it looks like back and forth game. They were up in the first. Now they're up. Or now the Bucks are up 98-78. Yeah, this game is over. So we're going to at least force a game 6, 3-2. Simulate with Simcast. Going into Boston. Do we have what it takes to force a Game 7? George is playing. Drew Holiday is injured. He's injured and they didn't fix the rotations? Are you kidding me, game? All right, whatever. Bucks are losing by about 10 points going into the fourth quarter, 105-93. Not making any sort of push whatsoever. Looks like George is going to let you down for the first time in his young career. Losing 108, 121 Bucks got eliminated. Jason Tatum dropped 42, and my boy George dropped 15. Stop being Russell Westbrook here, bro. You need to take over. You need to be Jordan. Don't be Russ. Celtics and Rockets going to be the NBA championship finals, and Jason Tatum wins your NBA finals MVP for the Boston Celtics because he is a glitch in simulation. Kenny Johnson, Lloyd Pierce retiring. All right, so this is the first year that the Bucks haven't won the championship with George. How are they going to respond? Cliff Paul, Kyle Lowry, and Draymond Green all getting their jersey retired. What is George going to do? Should we turn off financial restrictions? Nah. Dumb, and dumb. Great. And simulation is very slow, but heading on to the NBA draft. And the Bucks, what kind of pick do they have now? They basically traded away everything. Yeah, they have the last pick of the draft. Unless they're taking another George, I don't expect it to convey anything. But that's what happens when you try to win now. The Rockets got themselves a good player, and the Rockets are going to be good for a long time. How did they get that pick? Doral McGuire. All right. Artie Grimes, brother of Quinton. And we're stuck. George is prepared to accept an offer. George, don't leave. Tell me they matched George, right? Right? They gotta. Did they? Yeah, they matched George. 4 years, $121 million. George is going to be in Milwaukee for a long time. Love to see that. George still a 99. Giannis still a 96. Chris Middleton regressing hard down to an 85. Where's my guy Drew Holiday? Whew. He's going to be earning $40 million this year, and he's down to a 73. That hurts. But they got some nice young players here. Carl Swift, 18 years old. What is this? Bobby Bledsoe? Oh, God. Don't bring a Bledsoe onto this team. And look at Mason Plumlee. I know he's a 69 overall, which is nice, but he's earning $4 million this year. Get him off the team. Oof. Svati Mihailuk. Fine. This team, I don't think is good enough. They did bring in Andre Drummond. Oh, thank you. And they still have Bobby Portis. Andre Drummond is super young. I didn't realize that. Yeah, this team is starting to lose their win now window, but it's all right because they have George, and that's all you need to win an NBA Finals. Going into the preseason power rankings, though, the Bucks are still first for NBA.com and first for Eric Boner. Let's just make sure George is still the #1 option. He's not. Come on, Boodnoser. George is everything. How are these minutes looking? Drew Holiday, 73 overall. That just hurts to watch. George is once again finals MVP, 31, 16, and 10. Scoring has been slowly wow, what is with all these freaking thoughts? Relax, bro. His scoring has slowly been going up since his rookie season. I guess this was a bit of a down year, but come on now. Rookie of the year is Lawrence Lloyd. Yikes. Trey Mann is 6th man of the year. Defensive player is George. Sabian Lee, most improved. Nate McMillan is coach of the year. And Tyrone Hendricks is once again executive of the year of the Milwaukee Bucks. All NBA first team is George. No other Bucks. Second team, no Bucks. Second team, no Bucks. Third team, still no Bucks. Giannis is snubbed. George is on the all defensive first team. Nothing else to see. How did our boy Giannis do? Did he not play a lot of games? Is he getting hurt a lot? I mean, I've never done this with injuries on, so I'm just curious. How many games did you play this season? 71, 82? You just didn't perform well? Brutal. You're still a 97 overall. I mean, a 97 and a 99 overall should be taken over the game, not to mention with a Chris Middleton, who is still 85 overall. But you do whatever. You do you, 2K. Season stats, league leaders. George did lead the league in scoring, taking the scoring title. I love it. Led the league in rebounds, too. Love it. Second in assists to Trae Young. Steals was George. Blocks was Moses Brown. George had 2 in field goal percentages. Is Zion Williamson, 69%. Nice. George is way down here at 17th. Free throws, 3-point champion. George is at... What happened? Did you forget how to shoot again? Come on, George. Look at all these injuries. Brutal. George? 45th. Bro, you shot sub 40%. You're killing me. But at least he is the free throw champion. Anyway, here we are. Back in the playoffs. Looking for revenge. Taking on the New York Knicks. Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett. Yeah, that team is trash. They don't stand a chance. Taking on the Orlando Magic. Kyrie Lewis Jr., Jalen Suggs, Jonathan Isaac, Wendell Carter Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. Once again, this team is no good. The East is more like the least. Am I right? LeBron haters. And up 3-0, up 4-0. Now into the Eastern Conference Finals, taking on the Hornets. LaMelo Ball and Chet Holmgren, both 90 overalls. Terry Rozier, Jayshawn Tate, Rui Hachimura, James Bouknight. Good team. Really good team. 290 overalls. We have a 99 and a 97, though. I think the Bucks have what it takes to go back to the NBA Finals. And they do sweep it now to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea, Josh Giddey, Zach LaVine, Goat Pokashevsky, Jalen Duren. Really fun team. Pretty balanced overall, but I think George has what it takes. George is going to dominate. They're up 2-1. 2-2 going to a big game 5. Let's see if we need to hop in. Drew Holiday is injured. Drew Holiday is always injured. Get him off the team, bro. Anyway, up in the third, going into the fourth quarter, 89-80. Still close back and forth game. 101-87, taking it away, pulling away with 1 minute left. 111-98. Now up 3-2. Let's see. Can we hop in? Can we get some George playing time? Well, Giannis is still a young man. Looks like the Thunder are dominating on their home court, up 20. No chance. Trying to make a little bit of a comeback, just not going to happen. Not enough time to lose. 115-89, going to a game 7 in the NBA Finals. Who's going to step up? Is George going to be a monster? Is Giannis going to be a monster? Never going to see this again. This is two teams battling back and forth. Two heavy. Oh my God. The score is like 50-60 in the freaking fourth quarter. All right. You know, if this is how you want to do a game 7, this is how you want to do it. I'm going to hop in at about 3 minutes left, depending on what the lead is. 4 minutes, up 3, up 4. Yeah, let's hop in. 76-80. Low scoring contest. Who cares? We don't need to score. Gonna call our second last timeout. The service is very important. Shut the hell up, announcer man. All right, I'm sick of these screens. Be the coach. How is my boy George doing? George fouled out. You kidding me with this? Did he play? He's just been hurt. I guess we'll give it to Giannis now. Fuck. Well, we're gonna bully this poor Goat Pokashevsky. So sorry, young man. You got the height. You do not have the strength. Does he have the strength? All right. Oh my God. What is happening? Well, Josh Giddey, mate, fouled. So that's cool, I guess. Let's see Giannis try to shoot it. Oh my God. Easy. Giannis is a god of free throws. What did I say? 15 points in a closeout game. Are you kidding me, bro? And freaking Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday is just always hurt. Jesus. All right. We're going to help out Jalen Duren. That's fine. Just Giannis everything. All right. Giannis everything. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to try to stop us. Okay. Giannis everything. 84-76. 2 minutes to go. I almost don't feel like it was worth it to hop in right now because, you know, George isn't even playing. But it's fine. Defense. Look at that defense. Look at that glitch. Look at that cheese. Who should we give it to? Can we have Giannis come over here? There you go. Beautiful, beautiful screen. Thank God Giannis is getting screens. What is he going to do? Flare out and shoot a jumper? We're just going to bully. Come on now. What an ugly hook shot. It went in. Up 86-78. 1 minute, 45 seconds left. Do we have what it takes? Can we close it out? Probably. Can I help off Jalen Duren because he can't shoot? That's how we do it. Box out. Easy peasy. Giannis runs the break. Would be cool if we were playing with George, but that's fine. 6 foul. Come on. All right, we're up 10. And do they want to blow the lead? No, they do not. And the NBA Finals is once again in Milwaukee, starting a dynasty with George. And who's the NBA Finals MVP? It's Giannis. So where did my boy George go? Is he just out forever? Broken left ankle. Well, that's cool too. The Bucks still won a championship, so that's great. Rick Carlisle's retiring, so is Dwayne Casey, Mike Budenholzer, James Borrego, Ime Udoka. Russell Westbrook is going into the Hall of Fame, getting his jersey retired as well. League meetings, any fun ones? No. Improved contracts? Sure. Let's get the young bloods more money. Dumb and dumb. On to the NBA draft. The screen has to pause for a second while nothing really happens for us. And I believe the Bucks aren't going to have any picks yet. Again, the 22nd pick in the second round, pretty much nothing once again. At some point, this run of winning everything is going to end for the Bucks, and we'll just have to see what happens. But until then, they still have George. They still have Giannis. Wow, George is still gone? Fuck. Well, this is why I turned injuries on, just to see a little variation. Let's see how they go into the next season. They're going to have Giannis and not much else. Power rankings wise, wow. Does that say 30th? That says 30th. How about Eric Boner? Where do you have the defending champions? 30th as well. Looking brutal, man. Wait, George is healthy now. So confused. All right. How's everybody's... Who'd they bring in? We brought in Obi Toppin, Joe Wieskamp, Jayshawn Tate, O'Shea Brissett. Drew Holiday is back on a 1-year, $1 million contract. Brutal. Joey Slaughter. Can't spell slaughter without laughter. Powell Nito. Interesting team. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You know? And who is the new coach? Kelvin Young. You have an F offense. All right, I normally don't step in. But like, how are you gonna get the worst coach ever? Just come on. Just go ahead. Get Trent Peterson. I'll even drop the money for you so it's a little more bearable since come on. Come on now. Hey, Trent Peterson. Gonna run a 9-man rotation. Give the ball to George. That's all you need to do. Everything else will figure itself out. Will sort itself out. How are we the 30th ranked power ranking team? George once again wins MVP with his scoring high, 33 points per game, 15 rebounds, only 8.4 assists. Still shooting 54-90. The blocks are down as well. Interesting. Rookie of the Year is Ross Whitney. Killian Hayes, 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is George. Norm Fox wins Most Improved after a 15-6 season instead of a 12-5 season. This award's broken. That's all it is. Trent Peterson is Coach of the Year of the #1 overall Milwaukee Bucks. Not a great team anymore, but they're still pretty good. Tyrone Hendricks, stop, bro. All NBA first team is George and no Bucks. Second team is Giannis. Love that. And all defensive first team is George and Giannis. I mean, this team must be fun. What is our defensive ratings? Team stats. Scoring, we're not great, but defensively, best team in the league, 105 points per game, highest point differential. Player stats wise, and George once again led the league in scoring. Second time he's won the NBA scoring title. Rebounds went to Evan Mobley, George at 3. Assists went to LaMelo Ball, George at 4. Steals is LaMelo Ball, George at 2. Blocks is Clint Capella. Where did George fall to? It's kind of his worst blocking year, right? 1.6, 1.5, fell to 22nd. I mean, look at all the other years he was above 2. I don't really know what happened. Kind of a weird year for my boy George. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson, shooting a nice 69%. George is usually in the teens, 13th alongside his running mate, Giannis. 3-point champion, he shot 48%. Best in the NBA. You'll love it. By the way, his badges started to drop. I think George is starting to hit the age of regression. Down from 81 to 75. Now that is still best in the NBA. Just want to make that known. Free throw champion, of course, is George. You'll love to see it. And I believe we looked at the games already, but let's just double check. How many games did we play? 82 out of 82. Love it. Chris Middleton plays 69. Nice. Yeah, I don't know where Giannis is. It's fine. Let's just go ahead and go into the first round, taking on the Chicago Bulls with John Wall. A 71 overall John Wall. Hunter Salas, Kelly Oubre Jr., Patrick Williams up to an 84. Probably going to be dominated. What does our squad look like? Howell, Nito, yikes. But then the wing players, ridiculous. And then whole lot of good wing players, just no point guard and no center. You don't need that in the NBA, right? It's not that important. Anyways, up 2-1, 3-1. And we do, oh my God, 3-2. Okay, 4-2, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I feel like we always take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. They brought back, or Darius Garland is not injured anymore. Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Markelle Fultz. That's fun, I guess. Interesting team. I could see us losing. Tied 1-1. Up 2-1. 2-2, going to a big game 5. Up 3-2. And we do win in 6 now to take on the Cade Cunninghams. Kevin Porter Jr., Cade Cunningham, Aaron Henry, Paolo Blanchero, Nikola Vucevic, Isaiah Stewart. All the usual suspects. They did get rid of Killian Hayes. Killian is getting so much disrespect, but I get it. He had a really rough couple of seasons so far. Up 2-1, 3-1, and 3-2. I will simcast. I kind of want to hop in since our boy George is healthy. If needed, if necessario. Here in the second quarter, going into the third with a bit of a lead, 80-60, up almost 20. Do the Pistons have what it takes to come back? Not going to. They're going to lose 117-93. Once again, the Bucks are in the championships. Now to take on the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, 91 overall. And nobody else. Cat's gone. Patrick Beverly's gone. D'Angelo Russell gone. Brutal. But all right. We lose the first game. Okay. Lose game 3. 2-2. Down 3-2. Hey. You know, they've lost before. Maybe they're going to lose again. Let's see what the Bucks do in response to out there in Minnesota. Minneapolis. Back and forth game going in the third quarter. At least there's scoring going on. The last game was like, what, 50-60 at the fourth quarter? Jesus. Anyways, they're losing. If they do take a lead, if they get close, I will hop in. I'm unafraid to be clutch. You know how I do. Back and forth game, 107-110, 1 minute left. 111-110, 114, and they're going to come up short, losing 116-110. George has lost his first NBA Finals ever. He is no longer the GOAT. Anthony Edwards absolutely backpacked 38 points a game. How did they do in the closeout game? He drops 39. Miles Turner is here. Jeremiah Robinson Earl came along for the ride. Giannis. Look at this gross stat line. 26, 6, and 5 from the greatest player ever born. Come on, George. You've been repeatedly disappointing so far. At least in the big closeout games. Eric Spoelstra retiring. Hall of Fame inductees is James Harden and Paul George, also known as George Paul. James Harden getting his jersey retired. Let's look at the league meetings. Anything good? No, that's dumb. All-Star games, don't really care. And the rest can go screw. On to the NBA draft. I don't believe there's any picks still. Ooh, there's a first round pick. I wonder what the Bucks are gonna do. And not really. What is this guy's name? Ifeanyi Nador. Ooh. Well, let's see how free agency plays out. What do the Bucks do to surround this team with what it takes to win a championship here in the year of 2026? Giannis starting to regress. George starting to get to his peak, 27 years old. Chris Middleton down to an 81. Obi Toppin just here. Trevor Keels, was this their first round pick? Interesting. 76 overall. Not bad. Joe Wieskamp. Kent Babcock. Not bad. Bledsoe still here. By the way, Drew Holiday, I believe he retired. All right. This team is still good. You know, you have 290 overall generational talents. You're going to be good, but the supporting cast leaves you wanting. Our rankings wise, we're still first. And first for Eric Boner as well. George wins MVP, of course, but he had one of his worst scoring seasons. 27 points per game, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. Really? 2 steals, 2 blocks, though. Jaime Bennett is Rookie of the Year on the Mavericks. 73 overall. Brutal. Nikola Jovic is 6th Man of the Year. George is Defense Player of the Year. AJ Griffin Jr., Most Improved. 28 point per game scorer. Good for you, young fella. JB Bickerstaff is Coach of the Year, and Tyrone Hendricks once again wins Executive of the Year because he drafted George like 10 years ago. George is on the All-NBA first team. Second team is no Bucks. Third team, Giannis. All defensive first team is George and Giannis. Once again, the Bucks are still the number 1 team in the NBA, 56-26. 1 game better than the Pistons, though the Pistons are coming. Scoring champion is Cade Cunningham because, you know, you draft a point guard, he's going to be the scoring champion. Totally. He's not, you know, a specialist or anything. Good at distributing the ball, setting up his teammates. Nah, he can do everything. Yeah, LaMelo Ball, point guard, and Cade Cunningham, point guard, are going to lead. You know, Jalen Green way down there. George came in 7th, a little disappointing. Rebounds went to Evan Mobley, George at 2. Assists went to LaMelo Ball, George at 4. Steals is LaMelo, George at 4. Blocks is Clint Capella, George at 9. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson, up to a 93 overall, 69%. Nice. Where's my boy George? Down year, 14th. 3-point champion was Moses Moody. George, I saw he was in like the 42%. Not a great year, 28th. But of course, free throw champion was our boy, Georgios Kalaitzakis. How do you do games-wise? Do you play many games? Probably going to have career stats out the ass. 82 games once again. Well, here we are. Back again in the playoffs. Back again, the #1 overall seed. Taking on the Magic. Cole Anthony. Yeah, no chance. Magnus Fredrickson, what a name. Davidas Servitas, Marvin Bagley, Wendell Carter Jr., just no chance. They barely have 80 overalls. Wow, we're losing. Down 2-1. Sure, game. 2-2. 3-2. And 4-2, winning 3 in a row. Now to take on the Chicago Bulls. Lonzo Ball, Hunter Salas, Zaire Williams, Patrick Williams. Yeah, no chance again. But hey, you know, you don't have a point guard, you don't have a center. But just because you have some of the greatest players who were ever born, doesn't mean you're going to win. And here to take on our rivals, the Detroit Cade Cunninghams. Fred VanVleet, Cade Cunningham, Devin Vassell, Paolo Blanchero, Isaiah Stewart, OG Anunoby. Not a great team, honestly. Overall wise, I still think we're better because we're up 2-0, up 3-0, and back in the NBA Finals now to take on the OKC Thunder once again. This time, George is healthy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Ross Whitney, Kessler Edwards, Jalen Duren. They do have a big 3 and not much else. We'll see if we have what it takes. Up 1-0, up 2-0, up 2-1, 2-2. Can I hop into a game where George is healthy? It's my only wish, my only dream in the Georgios Kalaitzakis video is to play with Georgios Kalaitzakis. Can we do that? Close game in the 4th quarter, back and forth, 97-93, 6 minutes left. And it looks like we're going to lose game 5 unless some sort of miracle happens on ice or maybe on the hardwood. Doesn't like it's going to happen. We lose 117-107. Here in game 6, need to win this game to force a game 7 in Oklahoma City. Thunder, back and forth game once again, but it looks like the Thunder are the better team. We just don't have what it takes. Taking up a short lead, a small lead, up 94-92. I'm going to hop in. Let's play. We said we wanted to play as George. Let's play as George. Should I call a timeout? It's all right. We got the best player ever. We got the best player ever. Look at these moves. Look at these moves. Look at this dunk. Wow. So what happened there? He just kind of like didn't do anything. That's fine. Can I foul? Foul! Come on, get the ball to George. Give it to George. George is going. Keels is open. Keels kicks it back out. So Josh Giddey is horrible defense. I want you to keep this in mind. Once again, Josh Giddey, horrible defense. Step back. Okay, he just stripped you, bro. Kind of embarrassing. Can you block that shit? Here we go, running the break with George. We're so fast. We're so fast. Give it to Giannis. Just like, he ran away from the hoop, and he's Giannis bleeping Antetokounmpo. Can you just not? Can you just not? Stop getting the ball. Second time now, when he's running the fucking fast break, and I do a step back shot, he loses the ball on the step. I'm doing this. That's it. Don't let it get taken, idiot. Going baseline with the dunk. 96-92. 2 minutes left. Go ahead. Call your timeouts, peasants. Playing as George is frustrating, man. Let's get the starters in, I guess. I'm going to play Joe Wieskamp at the 4 and Giannis at the 5. Oh, no, just kidding. I can't do that because, you know, why would you want to be able to play Giannis at the 5? I'm the idiot. I'll play Joe Wieskamp at the 5. Fucking sure. Seems dumb. Thank God, you know, 2K has shown a willingness to never fix their game when it's broken at any aspect, though. Really big fan of that. Everyone's like, oh, 2K is better than EA. Is it, though? Is it? Go baseline. You're going to miss. George stinks. I'm done with this kid. He's no good. Cut him now. Trade him for Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not even in the league. Trade him anyway. Oh my God, Shea just fucking put this kid on ice. And I did not call that timeout, so that's cool. Really cool if you think about it. Hey, can I play Giannis? Like, let's play Joe Wieskamp at the 4. Giannis at the 5. Thank you. And let's get George the ball, you know what I mean? He's the best player ever born for a reason. We'll get a screen from Joe Wieskamp. Oh, what an ugly, just what an ugly everything. So I drove hard. Josh Gidey, mate, just fucking bullied me. Oh God, what's happening? Shea's going to work again. Block that shit. Block that shit. Give it to George. I'm pulling up. Oh, I thought there was a chance. I thought, oh boy, okay. What's going on? What is happening? I'm so sick of offensive rebounds in this game when they just get them. Who's Edwards? Anthony Edwards? Essler Edwards? What an ugly jump shot. Of course he's gonna make it. This is 2K, bro. All right, George has the ball. We're gonna drain the clock down to like 31 seconds. Make sure there's a 2-for-1 of opportunity. Close enough. 33 seconds. What kind of free throw stroke does George have? Yup. A perfect one. That's what. 26 points, 21 rebounds. Holy shit. Hey man, that works for me. Call a timeout. Come on, OKC. Come on. Just do it. Okay, Shea's bringing up the ball. We're gonna cheat off Duran. Block that shit. And I don't know what happened there. But Giannis is going to be shooting the clutch fouls. I'm in. Just keep whatever's working, bro. Oh my God, I don't need the whole thing. I know Giannis takes forever. I get it. 96%? Bro, is Giannis a good free throw shooter in 2K? Is he a revelation? I'm in. All another timeout. I love timeouts. Down 5 points, 102-97. George and Giannis are going to once again take the NBA Finals. At least game 6. There's still another game after this. We could theoretically get scraped. All right, go ahead. Do your thing there. Take as many jump hooks as you want, bro. Just give the ball to George. Give it to my boy George. He's going to clutch it out. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Georgios Kalaitzakos. Giannis Antetokounmpo. How many syllables do you want? I got them all. All right. 18 seconds left, up 5. Do we have what it takes? Fix it. Pump fakes. Ugly. Game over. Easy game for babies. We win 106-101. Forcing a game 7. Back in Milwaukee. George and Giannis. Last time we won game 7. I believe it was against the Thunder too. Pretty fucking interesting if you ask me. Anyways, losing in the first. Love that. Losing in the second. Love that. Back and forth game now in the second, going to the third quarter, 73-70. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Now we're losing. Not a big fan of that. 93-88, 5 minutes left. Back and forth game. Once again, if we get the lead, I'll hop in. I have no fear with George and Giannis if they just let me play. 2 minutes left, up 3. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Let's do it, baby. Give George the ball. Get out of the way. Who's this guy? Who's guarding us? Is that Whitney? You can't guard me, bro. I got 99 speed. Ooh, baseline dunk. 104.99. Who can I help off of? I believe Jalen Duran again. Although Giannis isn't going to be there. Can I put in our death lineup? Because that lineup was filthy. Get the starters. Put in Joe Wieskamp. Play Giannis at the 5. Can I... Hear me out on this. I don't have enough time. It's fine. It's fine. I had an interesting addition to the death lineup, playing Georgios at the 1. Obi Toppin at the 3. Chris Middleton at the 2. Just wasn't going to work out very efficiently. Jalen Duren, you can have the ball as much as you want. You can't shoot, bro. You can't. What a weak screen. Weak sauce. All right. Weird step back. Ugly shot. Give it to George. Give it to George. George isn't on the court. Am I drunk? Why isn't George on the court? Whole reason of this damn video. And he's just, we're not gonna play him. Let's put in Trevor Keels. All right, so here's the death lineup. George, Obi Toppin, Chris Middleton, Joe Wieskamp, Giannis at the 5. I mean, filthy, right? He can't do better than that. We get some nice screen and pop action, and just no one's gonna stop George. If only he had a dunk package. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Play Giannis at the 5. I love that position for him, by the way. When he sets the screens and rolls, filthy. The gravity that he pulls people with. And by the way, Shea can't just fucking bully. Ooh. How did he? How did he? I just need to see this because he was manned up. Like, you look at the possession, he's just like, I'm right here. Bumped. Pressure. Bumped. Pressure. Bumped again. Pressure. Bump. Bump. And then he does not get that over Giannis. He does not. Oof. Jay's pretty good. What can I say? Anyway, 1 minute left. Let's drain the clock a little bit. We have a 5-point lead. Was that Obi Toppin? Yeah, it's fine. You don't deserve the ball. 10 seconds. Get another pick and pop with Wieskamp, I believe. He gets to this guy. Chris Middleton. Heard he's pretty good for 3. 109-101, game 7. 1 minute left. Oof. George is playing pretty good. Almost like having a 99 overall on your team helps winning. Look at Shea. He's just full ISO'd up. Selfish, am I right? 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know how they let that happen, but you know what? It's fine. 103-99, 6-point lead. Are they going to foul? They're not. Because I will take this all the way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Give it to Chris Middleton again for 3. Clutch. Oh. Man. All right. I know that was a little early in the shot clock. I get it. But clutch. Okay, 24 seconds left. They have to foul. Just get it to George. Knock in some free throws. Defend the next position. This is a win, baby. This is an NBA championship. Green bean the release, baby. And one more. Do they have timeout? Oh, of course they have timeouts. You always got to use every single timeout ever. Just keep the boys on the court. It's fine. All right, one more possession to defend. Then we're going home champions, baby. I don't even know how many championships this is. All right, really bad pass. Shea's, I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing here, Shea? You can't have that, bro. You're just not going to do better than that. We have a 99% free throw shooter in George with us. Your best player just fouled out. Did he? I don't know. I mean, you can keep trading all you want. There's only 14 seconds left, and now you don't have a timeout. Don't you feel dumb? Bet Shea doesn't pull it from the logo here, does he? With that push shot that he has. Yeah, go ahead, take that. Easy win. Championship aspirations for the Bucks yet again, winning 115-107. NBA Finals MVP. Do you think you know who it's gonna be? I bet you it's Georgios Kalaitzakis, baby. And let's go into another season. Staff retirements: Frank Vogel, James Jordan, Jeff Hornacek. Interesting. Hall of Fame inductees: Kevin Durant retired. Wow. Steph Curry retired. How many threes do you think he made? Jimmy buckets. Jersey retirements: I mean, Clay, Steph, Jimmy, KD. These guys are legends, man. Change the number of fouls. Dumb, and dumb. Nothing to do here. Kind of curious. Let's see what the 3-point career 3-pointers is. 4,700. Wow. Ray Allen once held like the best in the NBA. 2,900. And then James Harden blew him out of the water. Damian Lillard blew him out of the water. Steph Curry on another planet. Think our boy George is ever going to even come close? Not even close. Not even close. Don't even think about it. Anyway, onto the NBA draft. Probably don't have any picks yet again. Any good players coming out, though? Someone we should keep our eye on? Dan Oliver, Jerome Wright, Foreman, Keith Purdue, Gene Harvey. Some good players. Michael Najowitz. Hello, my name is Michael Najowitz. If you or a loved one has suffered serious traumatic injury from playing NBA 2K way too much. Oh no, Giannis is regressing. Chris Middleton down to a 79. And they did nothing to get better. Brought in Jalen Smith. Oh, thank you so much. Isaiah Roby. Spencer Dinwiddie is still in the league. Brutal. Okay, let's advance to the next season. Once again, George and Giannis and not really much else. I appreciate Chris Middleton. He's just getting old. Our rankings. First for Eric Boner. Once again, George is MVP and once again having a sub 30 points per game season. All the stats are down a little bit. Not sure what to think about that. Keith Purdue is Rookie of the Year. Trevor Keels, our boy, is 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is, of course, George. Jonathan Brewer, Most Improved. And Trent Peterson is Coach of the Year of the 60-22 Milwaukee Bucks. Tyron Hendricks, you'll love the awards. All NBA First Team is, of course, George and Giannis. All Defensive First Team is George and Giannis. I mean, what a duo they have. What else can I say? Here, once again, the #1 seed in the NBA. #1 in the power rankings. 7 games better than everybody else. Player stats-wise, why am I going to the wrong screens? Scoring champion was Cade Cunningham. George actually at 2nd. So if he had a standard issue George year, right, his scoring averages was 30. If he had, 31, 32 points per game, he'd be MVP, scoring champion. But, Cade Cunningham isn't. Luka Doncic is on the Hawks. Trae Young is on the Warriors. What is going on in the NBA? Anyways, rebounds is Lawrence Lloyd, George at 2. Assists is Darius Garland, George at 6. Steals, Ben Simmons, George at 2nd. Blocks is Bam Adebayo, George at 8th. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson, George at 8th. 3-point champion is Chris Duarte, George at 3. But free throw champion, none other than our boy George himself. How many games did you play, my friend? Free throws, 82 out of 82. You'll love it. The model of consistency. But here we are taking on the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero, Kristaps Porzingis, Alperen Şengün. No chance, right? We got 90s, they got 80s. No chance. Also, I saw it. We brought in Trey Jones, interesting, and Day'Ron Sharp. Not sure how I feel about that, but who needs floor spacing? We have George. We're tied 1-1. We're down 2-1. 2-2, 3-2, and 4-2 now to take on the Atlanta Luka Doncic's. Cam Thomas, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella. Weird squad. That's all I got to say. Lose game 1. Win game 2. Win game 3. Win game 4. And we win in 5. Good enough for me. Now to take on our rivals, the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Cade Cunninghams. Still Paolo Banchero. Looks like he's regressing. Not sure. Isaiah Stewart. It is what it is. Good team. We're probably better. I like Cade. Don't get me wrong. But he's not George. He just ain't. 3-0. 4-0. Easy. Back in the finals now, taking on the Rockets. They had the #1 overall pick. They have Markelle Fultz. They have Jaden Hardy. They have Jalen Green. They have Lawrence Lloyd. They got a good team. Going to be a tough matchup. Let's see what happens. We lose game 1. Win game 2. Lose game 3. Win game 4. Win game 5, and we have a 3-2 lead going into a game 7 yet again. I'll always hop in a game 7. Giannis is injured. Brutal. But we're up in the first, up in the second, 70-40, blowing them out. Up in the third, absolutely dominating them. 125-87 in the fourth quarter. Not even close. Say goodnight, Irene. NBA Finals MVP is George, 27, 13, and 8. Not a great stat line, but another year of NBA championship hood. Tom Thibodeau retired. Nick Van Exel. Scotty Brooks, right? A lot of people that probably aren't real. NBA Hall of Fame inductees is Kawhi Leonard and Dame Lillard. Jersey retirement says Damian Lillard. And league meetings, any of these interesting? No, 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 no. And let's add a new team. Why not? That'll be fun. League realignment, we're bringing in the Nashville Stars again. We always do the Stars. Hey, fuck the Stars. And we on to the NBA draft. Probably don't have a good pick. Any good players coming out though? Lewis Haywood looks all right. Yeah, not really though. And free agency, going to simulate right through that because I am not controlling this team. I'm just watching. I'm a fan. Giorgio Kalatsakis, still 99 overall. Giannis down to a 93. Brought in Onyeka Okongwu on a 3-year, $30 million deal. Not bad. Day'Ron Sharpe. Too many centers. Too many centers. Chris Middleton down to a 76. Trevor Keels still playing okay. Malik Beasley. Kent Babcock. Sekou Doumbouya, Jalen Brunson. Just not a really good team outside of our two superstars. And I don't think we're going to win too many more championships. But hey, we're not here for the chip. We're here for George. NBA preseason power rankings. We are first for NBA.com and first for Eric Boner as well. George once again MVP, 30, 16, and 9, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 50, 40, 90 shooting. Michael Najowitz, rookie of the year. Wow, 21 points a game. Oof. Gene Harvey, 6th man of the year. George, defense player of the year. Desmond Bullard, most improved on the Hawks. Trent Peterson is coach of the year of the falling hard, but still #1 in the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks. Tyron Hendricks kind of sucks at his job, let's be honest. And George bruised his knees day to day. All NBA first team. All NBA second team, no Giannis. Oh, he sprained his right knee day to day. All difference first team is, of course, George and Giannis because they're gods. Oh my God. Once again, the #1 seed, though, but not by much anymore. Power rankings were 4 games, 4 wins better than the Hawks, but that is it. League leader, scoring champion, is our boy Jalen Suggs, Georgia 2. Rebounds goes to Evan Mobley, Georgia 2. Assist goes to Georgios Kalatsakis, over tied with Darius Garland, however you want to put it. Steals is George. Blocks is Miles Turner, George at 3. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson, down to an 89, but shooting 70%. Just ridiculous. Boy, George is at 12. Giannis, brutal. He's injured. 3-point champion, Marshall Richards, George at 10. Free throw champion, Georgios Kalatsakis. How many games did we play this year? Got injured again. Starting to get a little older, 30 years old. But, you know, still a 99 overall. Played 77. That's still a lot. Now to take on the... I love how you can't say the Toronto Raptors here. Somebody thought this was great game design. Artistic design, whatever. Clayton McKinney, Bones Highland. Wow, this team's trash. Not even going to bother. No 80 overalls, let alone 90s. Now to take on the Magic. The scoring champion, Jalen Suggs. Denny Avdija. Darius Baisley. Overalls are super low. If only there was some kind of training camp that we could send players to where they were really good. Anyways, game 3, game 4, game 5, win 4-2. Didn't mean to play. Very sorry. Let's see how the Miami Heat do. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. I feel like we played the Heat so much that I just skip over them. Taking on the Rockets yet again. We beat them last season. And who knows? And by the way, I don't think I didn't notice that Michael Jordan broke his foot when he was young. Georgios Kalatsakis broke his foot when he was young, and then they turned into the greatest player ever. Don't think I didn't notice that, you know, similarities. Georgios Kalatsakis, Michael Jordan. A lot of people retiring here. Trent Peterson, I think our head coach, right? Oof. Hall of Fame inductees. Kyrie Irving going into the Hall of Fame. Hopefully he wears a mask. New retirements. Bradley Beal get his jersey retired alongside Kyrie. League meetings. Are any of these fun? No. Right? No. No. And, Wait, top teams from each conference are combined and seeded against all. I'm in. Screw it. Let's just throw a wrench into the NBA. On to the NBA draft. Probably not going to have any picks because we just keep winning championships. But hey, Lembros Fuck. I thought Cade Cunningham was difficult to pronounce. On to player progression. Let's see if they made any moves. Is the team getting any better as Giannis regresses hard into a 92? George is still a 99. Onyeka Okongwu, Lewis Kennedy. We lost Dayron Sharp. We bought in Bol. Okay, this team sucks, bro. It's brutal. You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this team is god awful. But we do have Giannis and we do have George. Can we do some salary cap management? Bring in some good players. Preseason power rankings. Once again, we're first for NBA.com and first for Eric Bonner as well. Nothing to see here. George breaks the 30-point barrier yet again. Wins another MVP. He just wins them all. Igor Nevsky is Rookie of the Year. Nathan Evans, Sixth Man of the Year. George is Defensive Player of the Year. Darren Ryan, Most Improved. And Dustin Drew is Coach of the Year. Noticeably, we are third in the power rankings because Nicholas Babcock is Executive of the Year. All NBA First Team is George and Giannis. All defensive first team is George and Giannis. So we're the 3? We're the 6th seed? The 3 seed? I don't know what that means. But the playoffs are all fucked up now. Let's just go ahead and look at league leader. Scoring champion is LaMelo Ball. George at 2. Rebounds is George. Assists is LaMelo. George at 4. Steals is LaMelo. George at 2. Blocks is Mitchell Robinson. George fell off again. Starting to get old. 14th. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. George at 5th. 3-point champion is Terrence Hardy. George way down here at 12th. But of course, free throws, 99%. Georgios Kalatsakis is a god. And how many games did we play this season? 82 out of 82. Cade Cunningham only played 55. Brutal. So if we look at the power rankings, we are 3rd for NBA.com, but you look at our standings, and we're 3rd, 4 games behind the Magic and the Hornets, and behind the Blazers and the Rockets. Yeah, pretty interesting how we fell to the 6th seed in the NBA. It is what it is. Taking on the Jazz. They stink. They don't stand a chance. Is it even worth watching this? Kind of weird playoffs, though, now that there's no longer an East and a Western Conference. I don't know how I feel about that. Taking on the Houston Rockets here in the 2nd round. Jalen Green, Ifeanyi Nador, Corey Kispert, Kenny Martin Jr., Lawrence Lloyd. They have like 2.5 good players. We still have Giannis. We still have George. And we're losing 2-0, 3-0, and we're going to get swept. George got swept. How do you like the new finals? Trailblazers are your NBA Finals MVP Andre Haywood. I know there was a lot of words that didn't connect. It is what it is. Staff retirements. Whole bunch of people we don't know. Hall of Fame inductees Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, 2 injury-riddled superstars. Chris Middleton retired, going in to get his jersey retired by us. They'll love that. Anthony Davis got his jersey retired by the Pelicans. League meetings, any good stuff here? No. Actually, yeah, that's a good one. I like having younger players. And no. And on to the NBA draft. What kind of picks do the Bucks have now? They have number 27. Not ideal. Probably not going to get much with it, but 2 80 overalls are coming out with the 79. Trevor Long, Marvin Tavares, Art Porter. Love it. Looking in to the free agency period. What do the Bucks do? What does it take to get out of the 2nd round with George and Giannis starting to regress, starting to get old? Do they have what it takes? No. George still 99. Giannis down to a 90. Rest of the team, garbage. Cool. Super cool. It's fine. What do the free agents look like? I'm using custom sliders by some guy who's supposed to be really good at sliders, and wow. I think the overalls are being hit way too hard, but there's not a lot you can do with 2K, especially since they took away training camps. By the way, we're still first in the NBA preseason power rankings. Like, how do you get players better other than coaching, I guess? And so I'm not seeing Georgios as either team captain or an all-star. I'm kind of fearing the worst here. Where did my boy go? He tore his MCL. Brutal. The Bucks have fallen to 9th in the power rankings. Oof. Does George come back in time for the playoffs? We'll have to see. And Trae Young wins MVP on the Mavericks because, of course, he and Luka flipped. Of course. 0 blocks a game. Marvin Tavares, Rookie of the Year. Sasa Turk, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year, rightfully where he belongs. Leon Strong is Most Improved. Jason Kidd is Coach of the Year. And Jordan Hobson is bald. All-NBA First Team is Giannis. All-NBA Second Team is no George, no Bucks. All defensive first team is Giannis, no Bucks. And our boy, Onyeka Okongwu, made it to the all defensive second team. How is George? Did he come back from that injury? It looks like he's healthy for the playoffs. So you know what? Playoffs are all that matters, right? Looking at the league leaders, the scoring champion went to LaMelo Ball. Rebounds went to Lawrence Lloyd. Assists went to Trae Young on the Mavericks. Still fucking bizarre. Steals is LaMelo Ball. Blocks is Chris Davidson. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. George somehow made that stat. Good to see it. Free throws went to, or 3-point percentage champion was Terrence Hardy. And free throw champion is George. I don't know why this stat is so broken, but it is what it is. So how many games did our boy play? He made it into 53. Not bad, just not enough to qualify. But here we are. The 4 seed taking on the 13 seed. Yikes. They have our old friend Obi Toppin. We still have George, Andrew Wiggins, Trey Jones, Onyeka Okongwu. Fun. Maybe we have what it takes to win. Maybe we can advance into the second round. Taking out the 13th seeded Boston Celtics now to take on the 76ers, the 12th seed. They still have Ben Simmons and Evan Mobley. Interesting. I wish one of the creative players would be good, but you know, that's fine. 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, and 4-2 now to take on the 8-seeded Orlando Magic, Jalen Suggs, and other. Yeah, like the simulation, whatever sliders I'm using, they nerf the creative players way too hard. That's fine though. Here we are taking on the Rockets again, and they don't even have Jalen Green. He's hurt. Sucks to suck. George is going to do what it takes. George is going to be an assassin. Up 1-0, up 2-0, up 3-0, and up 4-0. And even if you don't win the NBA regular season MVP, you'll win the finals MVP because that's the one that matters. 31 points a game. You'll love to see it. Staff retirements. I don't even care anymore. No major players retired. Are there any cool, interesting rule changes? No, and no. Moving on to the NBA draft. Probably don't have a high pick. What do you expect with this team? I don't think they've had a single pick in like the top 10. Leonard Nichols looks pretty good. Moving on to the free agency period. What do the Bucks do to repeat as champions? Play progression. Giannis down to an 88. George is still a 99. Is this Kai Jones? My boy. All right. Marvin Bagley, OG Anunoby. Moving on to next season. Where are the Bucks going to fall? The chips fall where they may, mister. Here they are, power rankings. First for NBA.com. First for Eric Boner as well. Who's even coaching this team anymore? They're good coaches. Kelvin Young. Not really any good coaches. Maybe Thomas Sanders. Yeah, I don't really care. Just run a 9-man rotation, right? 9-man rotation, Kelvin. And make sure George is your primary scoring option. George, once again, MVP, 31-15 season. Leonard Nichols, Rookie of the Year. Lewis Haywood, Sixth Man of the Year. George is Defensive Player of the Year. Gerald Daniels, Most Improved. Jack Morrison is Coach of the Year. Wasn't he GM of the Year? No, whatever. Tyron Hendricks is back doing what he does best. George is on the All-NBA first team. Second team is no Bucks. Third team is no Bucks. All defense first team is George, no Bucks. Second team, no Bucks. It looks like Giannis must have got hurt or something. Look at the player stats. The league leader scoring champion was George. The rest can suck it. Rebounds went to George. Assists, Leon Strong. Okay, George at 5th. Steals is George. Blocks is Jalen Duren. George at 12th. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. George at 10th. 3-point champion went to Terrence Hardy. George at 7th. But of course, our boy is the free throw king. Number 1. Games played, 82, I expect. Seems like he was healthy. 82 out of 82. Now, where's our man Giannis? What happened to you? Grandpa Giannis just didn't play very well. He's 37 years old. Jesus. Well, here we are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shea still in the league. Jalen Duren still here. Kind of a good team. They have 380 overalls. We have George, we have Giannis. Giannis is no longer a 90. How does that feel? As we're going to a 2-2, 3-2. I'm just going to simulate through. 3-3. Well, you got to play if it's a game 7. The Thunder and the Bucks. Man, what kind of rivalries have they had throughout this entire video? But here we are in game 7 in Milwaukee, just dominating them, saying, I know we had rivalries and we always came out on top. Advancing to the second round now to take on the Orlando Magic. We always play the same teams. Is it because Jalen Suggs is here? Is that why? Anyways, up 1-0, a 2-0, 2-1, 2-2. Didn't mean to simulate that, but hey, we won in 7. Oops. Here to take on the Portland Trailblazers. De'Aaron Fox, how old are you? Oof. Right, Haywood, Nikola Jovic, Alperen Şengün. That dude just plays on every team in this game, don't he? Up 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and 4-1. Back in the finals now to take on the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball still here. Chet Holmgren still here. And not a lot else. A 70 overall Davidas Servitas is starting for you. Ooh, you're going to have a bad time as we go up 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Once again, dominating. George is the NBA Finals MVP. Best player ever. Doc Rivers retired. I don't know why they keep retiring all these guys. Like, why would you retire Dick White? And Giannis retired. Oh my God. Can we tell him to not? Damn. That's brutal. All right. Giannis is getting his jersey retired. Look at the league meetings. Anything interesting here? No, and no. Great. Moving on to the NBA draft. Without Giannis, I don't even know what this team is going to be anymore. Like, how many points per game is this man's going to score? 40? 50? Wow, horrible draft class. All right. Just skip right on through free agency. What kind of money do we have to play with? What kind of players are available? What can this team do? We have George. Brought in Jonathan Kuminga on a 3-year, $69 million deal. Nice. I guess the Kum bucket is going to be George's partner. Roko Perkasin is here as well. All right. Going to be interesting. The first year without Giannis, and we got eliminated. Well, that's how this year's going to go. Brutal. Skipping on to the power rankings. We are once again without Giannis, but we are first for NBA.com and first for Eric Boner. Just to see, do we have the best coaching staff? I think Kelvin Young was okay. Like, what if we get this guy, you know? He seems all right. Let's go ahead and fire this boy. Get this guy. Oh my God, is he looking the wrong way? Sir. The camera's, sir. Daryl, sir. What are you doing with yourself? Run a 9-man rotation, and we're going to have George at the 2, the Kum bucket at the 4. Yeah, this is going to be a fun team. Let's see how we do. And George does win MVP, but look at this stat line. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Huh. Less than 2 steals and 2 blocks. Glenn McDonald, Rookie of the Year. Brian Law, 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Jaren Jackson Jr. Bro, you're like a million years old. Sebastian Mills, Most Improved. Wes Unseld Jr. is Coach of the Year. And Tyrone Hendricks is still Executive of the Year. George is on the All-NBA first team, even though he doesn't win everything ever. What the fuck, man? And he's not on the All-Defensive first team? What happened? Is George slowing down? Bro. Everything else says A+. Yeah, he's starting to regress. He's still so good that he's a 99 overall, but here comes regression. For these stats. Team stats, we ended up with the 3rd best record in the NBA, 3rd overall. League leader, scoring champion, George is at 5th. Brutal. Austin Sanders. Rebounds went to Robin Bayless, George at 11th. And assists, wow, so Glenn McDonald, George isn't doing too good. Ain't doing too hot. How old are you? 34. I wonder what happened. Steals is AJ Griffin Jr., George at 3. Blocks is Chris Davidson, George at 9. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson, George at 9th. Not sure what happened. Maybe there's a rule change. 3-point champion was Terrence Hardy, George at 5th. But of course, our boy, the free throw god, 99.7%. How many games did he play? Because he also wasn't the all-star captain again. He came in 2nd. Is he hurt? Yeah, he played 61 games. Brutal, man. Injuries, age, attrition will do that to you. But here we are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder again. Nobody left except Jalen Duren and Georgios Kalaitzakis of the original rivalry. Let's see how we do, and I'm just going to skip through the first round. And they win in 6 now to take on the Sacramento Kings, who are in the playoffs. Hey, that must be fun. Kings in the playoffs. They do win in 5. Now to take on the Dallas Mavericks, Trae Young, Paolo Banchero, Mitchell Robinson. I bet we lose. And they do win in 7, back in the finals now to take on the Celtics with nobody, just nobody. Nobody's even here anymore. Celtics win game 1. Celtics win game 2. Down 2-1, 2-2, tied up, 3-2, 3-3. And I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I will always hop in on a game 7 if I need to. Go back and forth, game 60-60, 70-70, going into the fourth quarter, 91-90. I'll hop in if we grab the lead and there's 3 minutes left. But it looks like we may lose. It looks like George may lose his first game 7 ever, as the Celtics are dominating, closing out 31-13 in the final quarter, and we lose by 9. Mac Dunn is the NBA Finals MVP, and George has lost his 2nd finals ever. Monty Williams said, you know what, I'll take this and I'll walk away. Hall of Fame inductees Nikola Jokic. Jersey retirements. Nikola Jokic didn't get his jersey retired. All right, Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell did. League meetings, are any of these rules interesting? No, and actually let's add that just so we can see the last player. That stupid bug where the final player has his head cut off for each of the lists is just so dumb. 280 overalls are getting drafted. Love to see that. They're kind of high in age though, 21 and 20 years old. I don't know. The draft classes, like, there's no balancing. They're either underpowered or just stacked. And George is regressing, 34 years old. Everything is starting to drop brutal. But we brought in the GOAT, Karl Anthony Towns, at like 1 million years old. Brought back Day'Ron Sharpe. Jonathan Kuminga's still here. Gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun season. They said, you know what, we want to win. Oh, we got eliminated. Oh. Well, the preseason power rankings, they have us first for NBA.com and first for Eric Boner. And I just want to point out, our boy George tore his Achilles, out for the season, and age 35 here. Kind of looks like a Kobe Bryant-esque ending, but hopefully he stays in. Hopefully he doesn't retire, but this season is a dead one. This season is lost. The 2nd time in his career that he's lost the season. If you remember, he broke his ankle a little while back in, I want to say, his early to mid 20s. Kind of brutal. Hitting the year 2034. Had a chance. Karl Anthony Towns is going to hit regression hard next season. This kind of felt like a big year for the Bucks. And the fact that we're coming up short, oof, does that hurt. Paolo Banchero is MVP. Irvin Tavares is Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, 6th man of the year, Defense Player. There's Ben Simmons. How old are you, sir? 37. Leonard Nichols is Most Improved. Daryl Singleton is looking the wrong way, Coach of the Year. And Tyrone Hendricks is Executive of the Year. So I guess we did good. Just, you lost your 99 overall player. All NBA first team. Whole bunch of players that aren't on the Bucks. Love to see it. I don't give a heck. Yeah, all right. League leaders. Scoring champion went to... Oh, that's the playoff stats. What am I doing? Scoring champion was Anthony Edwards. Rebound champion was Leonard Nichols. And assist champion is Reggie Little. Steals is Deontay Murray. Blocks is Jalen Duren. And field goal percentages is Isaiah Stewart. Zion at 2. 3-point champion is Lance Barrett. Free throw champion is Georgios Kalaitzakis. Even after all those injuries, how many games did he play? Probably not too many. 23. Oof. Is that an omen or what? Well, here we are in the playoffs, just going to simulate through everything. No point in playing. Going to a game 7, and they do win. 2nd round, dominated. It is what it is. Thunder are back to being NBA champions. Paolo Banchero, NBA Finals MVP. Michael, don't call me Mike Malone, is retiring. Jamal Mosley, Willie Green, Wes Unseld, and Cat does retire. So he does free up some salary cap space if you want to take any sort of good news out of that. Got his jersey retired. De'Aaron Fox and Devin Booker did as well. League meetings, are any of these rules interesting? I thought we already had this approved. Whatever. Abolish the salary tax, luxury tax? Sure, I'm in. Not like we have luxury tax here anyway. Moving on to the NBA draft. And I don't suppose we're going to have a good pick, even though we lost George for the entirety of the season. which they don't. Not a lot of good rookies here. On to player progression. Wonder what this team does for George's injury comeback season, I guess you want to call it. Oof, George is still hurt. Jonathan Kuminga's starting to regress. Brought in a nice young player in Hubert Barnett. And that's really it. Very unimpressed with the front office or the Milwaukee Bucks while they've had George. But hey, they've won a lot of NBA finals, so it is what it is. Now the question is George still hurt? He's out 2 to 4 weeks. That's fine. He'll come back better and stronger than ever. For the power rankings. Wow, the Bucks are 28th for NBA.com. And I'm sure Eric Boner is his 20th as well because he's never had a single thought uniquely his own in his life. Art Porter is MVP. Rob Wallace, Rookie of the Year. Trace Becker, Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Evan Mobley, still in the league. Gerard Wright Foreman, Most Improved Coach of the Year is Micah Nori. And Jonathan Schitt is Executive of the Year. All NBA First Team is Giorgio. Somehow still made it even though he was constantly hurt. All Defensive First Team is no Bucks. Jonathan Kuminga made the All Defensive Second Team. So Giorgio's got hurt a lot this season. Go ahead and look at league leaders. Scoring champion went to nobody. Bro, like this is the shit that you have to deal with when you play 2K. Rebound champion went to Art Porter. Assists went to Reggie Little. Steals is Carl Price. Giorgio's at 3. Blocks is Evan Mobley. And field goal percentages is Isaiah Stewart. 3-point champion is Nathan Evans. And free throw champion is still Giorgio's, only just not by a lot. He didn't play a lot of games this year. He dealt with the, what is it called? The ACL tear, still recovering. And then he had a pinched nerve going on. He had a lot of issues, sat out a lot of games. He's 36 years old though. Played 1,500 minutes. He played 58 games. This is why I wanted to turn injuries on, just see a little bit of variation. But he is healthy. He is ready. Still a 99 overall to lead this team to the promised land, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yet again, they're nothing but 70s. Is this team good enough? Does it have what it takes? 1-1, up 2-1. I forgot I was just going to skip through all this. Here to take on the LA Clippers. A whole bunch of players we don't know. Created characters. Up 1-0. Up 2-0. 2-1. 3-1 and 4-1 now in the, I don't even know. Do you call this the Eastern Conference? The conference finals. Taking on the Sacramento Kings, Ty Washington, and a whole bunch of people I don't know. Up 1-0, up 2-0, up 3-0, and having a 99 overall player, that'll do it for you. Now to take on the Golden State Warriors, Ifeanyi Nador, Lucas Reed, Trevor Long, whole bunch of players I don't know. Looks like the Bucks have what it takes to win, right? Question mark as we go down 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, and they win 4 in a row in Bucks fashion. Georgios Kalaitzakis, NBA Finals MVP, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. Kind of his generic stat line for his whole career. Kenny Atkinson said, "Fuck this, I can't handle it." Igor Kokoskov retires. Hall of Fame retirees, inductees, Ben Simmons and Bam Adebayo. RJ Barrett, Jaren Jackson Jr., Ben Simmons getting their jersey retired. Any interesting meetings here? No, and no. What happened to the Nashville Stars? Did they ever do anything? We brought in an expansion team and they didn't do yet. On the NBA draft. Anything interesting? 82 overall, 17-year-old. Is that even legal? They have to be 18. Come on, Shane. On the Nets, going to be causing havoc for some time. But let's see what they do in this free agency to try to defend their crown with Georgios Kalaitzakis reaching 36 years old. We're starting to regress. Not too hard, but he's getting there. Patrick Williams, 1,000,000 years old. Derek Grant, I thought that was Devontae Graham. Decent player. Jared Jeffries. Just not a lot on this team anymore, especially Jonathan Kuminga is gone now. I don't expect this team to win many more championships. I think time is starting to run out, but let's look at these preseason power rankings for the Bucks. Number 1 for NBA.com and number 1 for Eric Boner as well. What kind of coach do we have? We have a coach that's going to say, "You're looking the wrong way." And our boy George wins MVP again, 19, 11, and 6. All those stats are dropping pretty hard, and I don't think that's an MVP stat line. Casey Scott, Rookie of the Year. Russ Olsen, 6th Man of the Year. George is once again Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved is Jimmy Elliott. Micah Nori, Coach of the Year. Executive of the Year is Kyle Harper. All NBA First Team is George, and All Defensive First Team is George as well. So the Bucks are the 5th seed. Doing okay. I think George played all 82 games this year. 53 and 29 record. Let's look at the league leader. Scoring champion went to Irvin Tavares, 25 points a game. Rebounds is Art Porter. Assists is Rick Harper. Steals is George. Blocks is Chet Holmgren. And field goal percentages is Christian McLeod. 3-point champion is Lance Barrett. Who is this? Dimitris Dorekis. Of course. And free throw champion is our boy George once again. Once he stops being the free throw champion, that's when I know that it's time to retire. Games played. Yeah, he played all 82. Look, man, impressive. Did he have the highest plus minus? Nah, he didn't. Wow, Blazers. Good lord. Anyways, here they are in the first round, taking on the Washington Wizards. Wow, went to 7. What a back and forth series. Now to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. Lou Murray, Christian McLeod. Interesting. But the Bucks win once again now to take on the Portland Trailblazers, the #1 team in the NBA. Darius Garland, Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes, Lou Peterson. A lot of fun players there. And they win once again in 7. Whew. Back now to take on the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the Bucks are going to win again. I know I'd said, I don't think this is going to happen very often. You know, the Bucks aren't very good. And they just 4-0 swept Georgia's Cavaliers once again, NBA Finals MVP. Staff retirements, Jannir Peguero. Hall of Fame inductees, Luka, Trey, and Jason Tatum. Also getting their jerseys retired. So was Darius Garland, Jalen Suggs. And league meetings. Anything good here? No. No. Moving on to the NBA draft. Of course, not going to have a good pick. No point in even watching this screen go by. But AJ Harper looks to be pretty good. Or Art Harper. Why are there so many guys named Art now? Is that going to be the new wave? This dude's 17 years old. 78 overall. Pretty good player. Pretty good indeed. Looking on a player progression. And it's Georgios Kalaitzakis and other. Patrick Williams regressing. Lou Erickson is actually getting better. One of the few players on this team that's not stagnant or getting better. Let's just skip on to the next season. Power rankings. First for NBA.com and first for Eric Boner. I want to see what Georgios' stats is starting to look like in the 80s. I mean, he's still a beast, 37 years old. But yeah, everything is starting to fall. His speed definitely took a hit. 74 speed with the ball. Oof. IQ. What is this? Lateral quickness down in the 70s as well. Starting to get old, man. 74 speed, 71 acceleration. What happens when you're 30 bleeping 7 years old? Good lord. George, once again, MVP, 19 points, 13 rebounds. Not an MVP stat line, but yeah, whatever. This game's starting to glitch out. Art Hooper is Rookie of the Year. Cedric Castro, 6th Man of the Year. George is still Defensive Player of the Year at 1,000,000 years old. Bruce Berry, Most Improved Player. Micah Norney, Coach of the Year. And Zachary Staples works at the Staples Center. All NBA First Team is, of course, George. And all Defensive First Team is, of course, George as well. I don't believe there are any Bucks in any other positions of note. Here at the Power Rankings, we are the second best team in the NBA, 56 and 26 record behind the New York Knickerbockers. League leader scoring champion went to Anthony Carson, 25.1 points per game. Rebounds is Marvin Tavares, George at 6th. Assist is Reggie Little. Steals is Walt Fletcher, George at 2. Blocks is Jerome Wright Foreman, and field goal percentages is Clyde Ellis Jr., George at 9th. 3-point champion is Steve McLeod. And free throw champion, none other than the GOAT, Georgios Kalaitzakis. How many games did we play this year, dude? 78, not bad. Starting to get older, but 78 games, I'll take it. Now to take on the Chicago Bulls, Tyrese Halliburton, Kurt Snow, Jared Wright Foreman. Interesting. And we do win in 4. Now to take on the 76ers, Michael Najowitz, Evan Mobley, Might lose this series. And we don't. Now to take on the Trailblazers, last year's #1 overall team, which we beat. Scotty Barnes, Josh Gademe, Chris Valentine, Lou Pearson. Nobody's progressing past an 80, and once again to take on the Clippers. And yeah, we're just going to skip right through it. 4-0 swept. George, once again, NBA Finals MVP yet. Again, what a freak of nature. Staff retirements. Don't know any of these people. Hall of Fame inductees, Zion, Ja, Brandon Ingram, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, all getting their jerseys retired. Jalen Green retired as well. I don't know if I said that. As for the rules, we'll include this one, and the rest can go screw. On to the NBA draft. Once again, the Bucks don't have any good picks. No point in even bothering with this screen. Wow, good player. Ed Meeks. You know what? I'm going to let him sit. Normally I'd nerf him, but we're like, what, 15, 16 seasons into this game. And let's see what free agency does. Did they pick up anybody good? Georgios Kalaitzakis is a 38-year-old 99 overall. Whew. All I have to say. Whew. But once again, gonna run it back yet again. I don't know how many freaking championships they've won, let alone in a row. Ridiculous, but that's what happens when you have the best player ever. First in the power rankings for NBA.com and Eric Boner. And George does win MVP back over 20 points per game, 20, 11, and 6. Jay Forbes is Rookie of the Year. Carl Swift, 6th Man of the Year. George is Defensive Player of the Year. Jonathan Wright Foreman, Most Improved. Jacob Underwood, Coach of the Year. And Joseph Jackson is Bald. All NBA first team is George. No Bucks. No other Bucks. Second team is really Liviu Stefan, 73 overall. That's pretty shit. George is on the all defensive first team, of course, as well. And I did see he broke his wrist at some point in the season, so I'm wondering how many games he missed. Julian Pollard is the scoring champion. George at 5th. Rebounds is Gilbert McKenzie. Assists is Leon Strong. George at 8th. Steals is Lenny Nixon. George at 5th. Blocks is Jerome Wright Foreman. And field goal percentages is Clyde Ellis Jr. George at 7th. 3-point champion is Lou Murray. George at 4th. What a freaking career revelation year he had. And free throw champion is, of course, Georgios Kalaitzakis. How many games did we miss here? He played 72, so he only missed 10 games. Not bad. He broke his wrist, is what I saw. Here to take on the Brooklyn Nets. AOA, Brooklyn! And they win in 5. Now to take on the Portland Trailblazers. Ooh, went to get 7. Now to take on the Chicago Bulls. Whole bunch of people that we just don't know. And at this point, we get beat in 5 games. Bulls and Thunder. Thunder win the NBA championship. Not a surprise at all. They have a million picks for the next million years. Staff retirements. Tiago Splitter was here. What an ugly face he has. My gosh. Hall of Fame inductees. And our boy George retired. After, what is that, 16 years, 17 in the NBA, he said, you know what, I'm hanging up the cleats. Getting his jersey retired for 2021 to 2038. He played all, I don't even know how many seasons that is, but he left career. He's done. He's saying, I've done everything that I needed to do. I've won enough championships. Done all that I can. Can I view his player card, or is that broken? Boom. I can't. I can't say how many championships he won. That's cool. Nah, thanks 2K. It's fine. Let's just look at league history. What kind of records did we break here? So MVP, he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, that's a lot, you know. How about defensive player of the years? 1, 2, I mean, he just won every single one except for like 3, 4 years. Freak. Most improved, of course not. All NBA first teams. I mean, he just so many of them. So many of them. Let's look at some records. Total points. Georgios Kalaitzakis scored 60. 59, 56. Really? Okay. Field goals. I mean, great. 3-pointers. He had a 13 3-pointer game. Free throws, I mean, 28. Oh my God. Rebounds, he had a 30 rebound game. Assists, he had a 20 rebound game. Blocks, 9. Steals, 9. Minutes, he wasn't able to do that. That's kind of real life. He did have the highest turnover game. Love that. Let's look at season NBA records. So we did not score the most points. LeBron has that title alone at 38,901. George came in fourth, 33,696 points. Nice. How about in a season? Didn't even come close. Wilt's records are just unreal. In a game, come on. Wait, how many did Cade score? 81? Cade Cunningham dropped an 81-point game. All right. On the field goals made, where does our boy Georgie fall? 10th with 11,000. Okay. In a season? Nothing. Just Wilt. Just Wilt. Wilt's not even fair, man. 3-pointers, though. Cade Cunningham actually beat Steph Curry. Interesting. And our boy did not score as much as I thought he would. He's a shooter, right? Came in 19th for 3-pointers made in his career. How about in a season? Anywhere, nothing. How about in a game? He came in tied for 5th. He had 13. We saw that. Game of the playoffs, didn't see that. Free throws, way up there. 5th in the season. Really? Okay. In a game, tied for 1st with that ridiculous 28 free throw game. Had a 26 free throw game. How do you even do that? Nothing in the playoffs, though. All right, rebounds came in 3rd behind Wilt and Bill Russell. Pretty impressive. Season, I mean, come on, Wilt. It's not fair. Look at these old men just hogging all the stats. Assists came in 12th with 10,138. Anywhere near Kevin Porter? Oh, I thought it was Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah, just nowhere near these guys. It's not even fair. Not even fair. How do you have a 30 assist game? You do that in the 90s, all right? Maybe the 70s. Okay, blocks. Damn, I thought he'd be up there. He was constantly like top 5, top 10. 19th with 2,194. In a season, I mean, no. In a game, I mean, besides Shaq, all these boys are in the 80s and 70s. The playoffs, it is what it is. Steals? Hey, George came in at 4th, 2,672 for his career. In a season, nothing. In a game, nothing. In a game of the playoffs, nothing. Wait, did we had 9 in a game, right? So we're close. All right. Minutes, I mean, he got injured a lot, so I don't expect too many minutes, but he did play a lot as well. Giannis, 26th. Where's our boy, Georgios Kalaitzakis? Come on. I know he retired a little early. I did all I could. He came in 56, 39,917 minutes. In a season, nothing. In a game, nothing. Yeah, he didn't have any minutes. It's fine. Are we at least good at turnovers? I mean, give me something. LeBron's first. There we go. Georgios Kalaitzakis is 11th in turnovers, 3,720. But nobody can top James Harden, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, or James Harden. I mean, you just can't. It's impossible. Jason Kidd had a 14 turnover game. Yikes. Okay, points per game. What was his points per game? Georgios. Probably in the 20s. Tough to say. Giannis. Jay. Is he not even in the top 100? Kind of disappointing. We made him really good. It's fine. Okay, go to career. Triple doubles, 50-point games, 40-point games. Games played. Is he anywhere near LeBron? Not really. Kind of had a short career because he did come into the league at 22. What else can I see? Retired jerseys. Retired jerseys. I just wish it would show me his stupid player card. Freaking bugging me. I want to see how many like all NBA first teams he had, all NBA second teams he had. The dude, it'll show me the rule change history, but not his history. You know what? That's fine. So that's gonna do it for the Georgios Kalitsakis, best player ever created, 99 overall. Dude was legit, dude was great, and we didn't really get to see too much from him other than winning how many NBA championships? Let's count them. How do you view NBA history? There you go. He won 1, 2, 3-peated. 1, 2, another, and then look at this fucking stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 championships in a row. You just can't beat that when you're the GOAT, Georgios Kalitsakis. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.